Is this market a great opportunity for buyers, or are we in the middle of that crash that so many people expected? In this video, I'm going to give you an update so that you know what's happening with the Durham region real estate market. That way, you can be confident in making the best decisions for you and your family. My name is Vilija Truelove. I'm a local Durham region real estate agent, and I'd love to hear from you. If you're moving to or within the Durham region, you can set up an appointment, which you can do through my calendar link in the description below, or just send me a text or an email and we can get the process started. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my future videos. So we saw 888 sales in October. This is quite the increase from the 672 sales that we saw in September. Number of sales peaked in April at 948, and we've been on a downward trend since then. This is the first increase in sales that we've seen in many months. The Bank of Canada made another rate announcement on October 23rd, which cut its overnight rate by 50 basis points to 3.75%. This was the fourth rate cut of 2024. Are we finally starting to see enough of a decrease in rates to get buyers off the sidelines? It's possible. We'll see how sales continue into next month, though we will have to take into account that as the holidays approach, the market does tend to slow down naturally. New listings decreased to 1,766 from the 1,964 we saw in September. Now, because of this increase in sales and decrease in new listings, we saw active listings, which is the total number of available listings on the MLS at the end of the month, go down to 2,226 from the 2,395 we had in September. Decrease in new listings, increased sales means less inventory. Now, prices. The average price in the Durham region for all home types in October was $888,914. September's average was $894,499. So we've decreased by $5,585. This is a big picture number. It's for all home types, detached, semi, condos, in all of the Durham region. Every home type and area will be a little bit different. So reach out if you want specifics about your neighborhood. Comparing prices to a year ago, we are down from the $931,548,000 average we saw in October 2023. So a decrease of almost $43,000 from where we were sitting a year ago. Looking at specific areas in Durham, again, for all home types, Pickering saw an increase of just over $16,000, Ajax an increase of almost $28,000, Whitby saw a decrease of just over $19,000, Oshawa a decrease of about $5,000, and Clarington a decrease of about $34,000. So again, we're seeing small price increases in some areas, decreases in others. Overall, we're still down, but not by huge amounts. Prices are holding pretty steady or coming down quite slowly. The sale to list price ratio continues to hold at 100%. So most houses are still getting their asking price or close to it. Average listing days on market increased from 22 to 23, and then property days on market is what we see when we combine all of the recent listings for a property into one stat. So if a property has been listed more than once, this number takes that into account. Property days on market increased to 43 from the 37 that we saw in September. So are we in a buyer's market, a balanced market? The numbers we look at to give us that idea are first, months of inventory, which decreased to 2.5 from the 3.6 we saw in September. Lower months of inventory is a seller's market. In between is a balanced market. Higher is a buyer's market. Most would consider a balanced market to be between 4 and 6 months of inventory. And some will say that a balanced market starts at about 3 months. So though these numbers suggest a seller's market, I will say it feels more like a balanced market when you're out there, depending on the neighborhood that you're looking in. Sales to new listings ratio is another number we look at, which divides the number of sales by the number of new listings. We were at 34.2% for September and went back up to 50.2% for October, putting us back in balanced market territory. Typically, around 50% is considered a balanced market. Lower is a buyer's market, and higher is a seller's market. So what does this all mean for you as a buyer or a seller? Is this the time to be buying? Well, for starters, we're not seeing a crash right now. Homes are still selling, and prices are holding pretty steady. But it is easier for buyers in many cases right now. So if you've been waiting on the sidelines and are financially ready and wanting to buy, it could be the time to jump in. Last year, we saw buyer demand increase from the end of 2023 to the beginning of 2024. Many buyers decided to get back into the market, and we saw increased sales as well as increased prices. We could see that happen again. So getting in while things are typically slower over the holidays could really end up working in your favor. You will still come across multiple offer scenarios, but in many cases, sellers are choosing to list at where they feel the market value lies. So there's a pretty good chance you won't have to deal with multiple offers. And even if you do, things aren't typically going too crazy. You can often include conditions on financing and inspection, for example, and still win. There are still very desirable homes and neighborhoods that people will fight over. If you're one of those buyers trying to get into a really hot neighborhood, you'll still want to be putting your best foot forward. The best first thing to do right now would be to contact your real estate agent for a consultation. If you're in the Durham region or surrounding areas and want to set that up, just click my calendar link below. We can talk about the home buying process, but also look closely at your financial situation and what's going on in your life right now and see if buying makes sense for you. And then getting a full mortgage pre-approval will tell you exactly what you can afford and what it will cost you monthly. If it's the right time for you, don't be scared to make that jump. It's still not going to be the right time for everyone, but the Durham region market keeps proving itself to be a solid long-term investment. If you need or want to sell right now, you want to be priced for the current market conditions in your neighborhood. We're still seeing underpriced on-purpose homes with offer dates, and it could be the best strategy for your home. But we're also seeing that strategy not work, and homes then come off the market and are relisted at a higher price. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation right now. You might have to do some testing, but also you need to look closely at what's happening with the homes around you. You want your home to show its absolute best, and you want to utilize online marketing to its fullest. Most people are shopping for homes online before they even step foot into an actual house. So take advantage of that. Homes are still selling within a few weeks on average. That's really not that bad. So have some patience and prepare your home properly, and you should be just fine. And of course, if you need to sell to be able to buy, remember that you're buying and selling within the same market. So while you may sell for less, you'll likely buy for less as well. If you'd like to talk through your situation to see if it makes sense for you to make a move right now, or you just have a question, you can reach out and we can set up a time to talk. I'm always here to help. Thanks so much for watching.